Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk about the harsh truths about marriage. I'll use my marriage as an experience because I don't know about any other marriage. I've been in a marriage for 6 years, so I think I have something I can share. This video is for those who are aspiring to get married or they are already in the marriage and it's those times that the marriage is still early, or maybe they have stayed in marriage and they are trying to understand how marriage goes. Maybe some things are very complicated, so maybe you will use my marriage to at least learn one or two things. So first point is when I got into marriage, few years down the line, like 1 or 2 years, especially after getting a baby, I started going into identity crisis. So by this I mean you find yourself assuming roles that you think you as a woman you are supposed to be doing those roles in the marriage. So for instance, you'll find that maybe your man is supposed to provide for the family, but you find that you're finding yourself, you get ashamed of maybe asking for things in the house. For example, maybe you are cooking and your cooking oil maybe has gotten finished. You'll find that you find it embarrassing because you know you yourself, you're working and you're getting a salary, so you get embarrassed to ask for money from your husband for cooking oil, and you know you have money, you get salary, and he doesn't ask anything about your salary. So there's this crisis about who is supposed to provide, unless you've put down the rules initially before starting the marriage. Who will do this and who will do this in the house? Because don't get cheated that you'll not spend your money in marriage. We have a notion as women that your husband's money is our money, but your money is your money. So you get kind of confused about these things, like for example the one I've talked about. And for men, the identity crisis comes where there is no individuality anymore. You are not you. You find yourself, there are unwritten rules that you're supposed to tell your husband. Maybe you usually come home at 4 or 5, so you just find yourself that you are supposed to tell him that I'll be a bit late, I'm doing this, maybe I'm having coffee with some friends, something like that. Maybe you have a reporting, there's a protocol you have to follow, that you have to ask, not merely asking for permission, but you're just reporting, letting him know that you'll be getting late. For a man, there is this period when you're having a baby, a lady, the man is supposed to help, especially in town. It's not like in the rural areas where the man will go out and leave you with his sisters or maybe your mother or his mother to take care of you. No. I've found out that during my childbirth, my birthing of my first son, we had no one. I had only my husband, so he could cook for me, he could help me in the kitchen, maybe going to the shower, holding the baby for me to do, maybe to get a shower. He'll cook for us, because you will agree with me, in town where we depend upon the house helps, it's sometimes very difficult. When you get a baby, the household thinks that the house chores will be many, she will just wake up one morning and tell you that she wants to go. They normally cook up some stories of my baby is sick or my mother is sick and they want me to go, as if she's the doctor. But you can't hold them. They are not your sisters, so just let them go and you survive on your own. So their husbands gets into crisis because they are assuming roles that they think normally African men, they are brought up thinking that the kitchen is for women. But this tends to collide with what they believe that the kitchen is for. So they'll have to cook. But as women, we get used to it, and also we demand them to do it sometimes. But for me, I usually accept. If he asks me, he wants to cook, I'll accept. Deep down in my heart, I'm so happy because I'm relieved with some duties. But I normally, if I have some friends over, I'll not let him cook. I'll cook myself. But maybe the friends are coming later, he will help me to cook. And then when friends come, then uh, he'll get something else to do in the rooms to leave us with my friends. So the second point is time with friends will change. You'll find yourself, like me, I found myself leaving my friends who were single, and then started befriending the women who are married, because you'll find out that at some point you'll be asking things. Maybe you see your husband is behaving like this and maybe it's hurting you. You'll ask those who are married, is this normal? So you'll find yourself fighting inside yourself. You don't want to bring closer your friends who are single, because there's that thinking that they are single. I know they are single, they are searching, and I'm just new in this marriage, and maybe they are beautiful than me in some areas. So you will find that you are threatened a bit to bring them closer to your husband, because some are malicious, let's say the truth, because some may think, some are jealous, some may think that your husband should not be your husband, should be theirs, so they want everything that you have. So you just have to be careful. Yeah, it's the harsh truth, but you just have to be careful and maybe choose your friends wisely. I think that's why maybe when you are getting married, with the wedding, you are normally told that if you have any problem in the marriage, just consult your best man and your best mate, because they are already married. So maybe they have much experience more than you. They'll tell you some things that you don't know yourself in the marriage. For a man, he will fight this. Yani, maybe sometimes, sorry, he will want to go watch football with his friends, but you don't want him to go. You want him to stay indoors because you are staying indoors, and maybe he will find it difficult to go to have fun with his friends, because now he's confused. He's committed to the marriage. You want him to stay, but he wants to keep the friendships with his boys. So that's when time with friends changes. So it will reach a time when he would commit. He would just start cutting off the friends and keep just a few, because he wants to please you also, and he wants to please his friends, but he will have to choose. Those are the harsh truths. The third, secrets. Some people enter into marriage with a lot of secrets, and I don't have to lie, others, they hide them. You will never discover until later in marriage, maybe when you have kids, that's when you will know. Because I have met some friends, they meet some guy, they fall in love. They, like nowadays, you see how we want these things very fast. We don't have to go to see parents. You don't know where your man comes from. Suddenly you have moved in together. You're having kids. Then something happens in their, maybe in their home, or in your home, and then you take the man only to discover that the man had a wife at home. Because they live in towns for so long, they don't go to, maybe to shags to see their wives, and you never know. You just moved in, you are living very happy until then, until something happens in their home, and you know, and you go. That's when you get surprised that he has a wife and maybe one or two other kids. Or when he dies, you'll find out that during the burial, other women are coming with kids that you didn't know about. So many marriages have secrets. They have secrets. These secrets, others are kept, but it's good when you, before even you get into marriage, know this person very well. Try to know them. I don't mean that you'll know them from A to Z, but just try know them. At least know their people, their home, their sisters. If you, maybe you are good at speaking with their sisters, they can tell you something. And for women, if you have a kid at home, don't hide. Let this man love you and marry you as you are. Because if you hide, your child will be away, and it will not get, you'll be feeling guilty always, because this, your first child, maybe the one that is not for this man, will be staying with the with his grandma, and missing out. You will be missing out spending time with your child, just because you love this person and you didn't tell him that you have a child. So to live guilt free, just tell him. If he accept, well and good. Because nowadays there are those men, they'll accept you for who you are because they've loved you. Just look keenly and tell him everything you want to tell him before. Just let him know what he's getting into, and the man, let the woman know what he's getting into, because love conquers all. If he loves you or she loves you, she'll marry you regardless of whether you have a baby or you don't. Another point, another point is the finance topics. This topic is the harsh truth that it brings marriages into contention, because when you want to sit down and start discussing about what your husband earns or what you earn, you want to show him, it's very difficult. For me, I can't lie to you that we have ever sat down and talked about this, about finances. But you find the man assuming the role that he's supposed to provide. Like for us, when you are living, before moving to our home, we were living at an apartment. My husband was paying rent, and was giving me money to buy food. He wasn't asking me about my money. But until the baby come, you'll find yourself spending your money. So you'll just assume that you are supposed to help him. You'll buy food in the house, but not necessarily he will leave the shopping part for you. But when he finds that something is not in the house and you ask for the money, he will give you, because men are brought up to be providers. So he will give you. He wouldn't want to let you down, so he will give you the money. But you'll find yourself, maybe you want to eat meat today, and maybe he gave you some, maybe a few coins to buy maybe vegetables, you will go into your pocket and buy the meat. So this finance topic is very difficult in marriage. You never know. Some husbands are so secretive. They will not show you how much money they earn. Even others, they can get a promotion and they let you know, because they think that you will just eat their money, they'll remain with nothing. But it's good if you find someone who you want to lay all the cards on the table and talk about the finances and plan. And also there is this aspect of opening a joint account. As for me, I can't lie to you, me, I'm so scared of that, because you never know. When you have a small collusion in the house, you'll find maybe you'll get, normally when you're going to open this account, you'll find that you trust each other, so you put the signing instruction. Maybe the instruction, I mean, when you want to withdraw, you just say anyone to withdraw, any can withdraw. This is very risky, because I would advise you put both to sign, because if you put any to withdraw, if you have a small collusion and you've saved all your money there, I've heard of cases, a man went and withdrew the money and drank all of it, or spent it with someone else outside the marriage, and it's very painful. So I would advise you, when you're opening this account, you just put in the instruction that both of you do sign to withdraw, so that no one person can go and withdraw. And also, you don't require an ATM for this account, because the ATM, you might think that you've put in your wallet or your handbag, and he knows where it is, so he can take it, or she can take it and spend all the money. So it's better to put both of you to withdraw at the same time. So another thing, with finances, as for both of us, me, I assume the buying of food in the house, but my husband usually assists me. If I'm short on cash, he will assist me, because both of us have taken loans when we were building our house, and we are strained in one way or the other. So we help each other. So if I don't have, I'll ask, but never does he ask for me for anything. But I usually ask, because some things I buy, maybe I'll buy Pampers for the kids, I'll say, hey, I'm short on this, and he will supplement me. Another point is expectations. You just have to lower your expectations. Me, for my view, I'll better lower my expectations, in that I stand surprised, because by this I mean, don't expect that when you go to a hotel, he'll pull a chair for you. Maybe when you're getting into a taxi or your car, he'll open the door for you. No, he won't. So you will not be treated like a princess. Your daddy lied to you, because you will not. Especially when the kids arrive, you'll get some special treatments when you are just the two of you. He'll cook for you, he will carry you, you are just the two of you in the house. So he'll treat you the way you want, because you'll be demanding for it. But when the babies come, many things change a lot. First of all, maybe you, as a woman, you will feel, maybe you are not beautiful anymore. Your babies maybe you are breastfeeding. You have added on weight, so you not feel as beautiful. So the treatments will just slide. The man will let it slide, and maybe you'll just start wondering that, where is the love? Where is our first love? But the priorities have shifted, and you just have to get used to it. But you can talk about it. You can tell him, because they are not angels, they won't know. So you just sit your husband down, tell him how you feel, talk to him about your feelings, and maybe if he understands, he will change a bit. He'll maybe give you some assurance every day that I still love you, you're still beautiful, but deep down you know you're not still beautiful at the way you were. Another thing, the truth about marriage is that there will be attractions outside marriage. You'll find that maybe you're in the office, like for a man, you'll see beautiful women around. Maybe others will be attracted to you. Maybe they'll send advances to you. But because you are committed, you just try. But others, even if they are committed, they won't. They just won't zip up their trousers. They will be promiscuous out there. But for a woman, for women, they promise this behavior of going out, it's not so much. But you'll find yourself, because after marriage and after having kids, you'll find yourself, your body changing. It might change for the better. You might get the fats deposits on the right places. Maybe you become a little bit hippie, and you become a little bit more beautiful. So in your office, you'll get maybe advances from your bosses, from your male staff. There will be these usual attractions, and it depends with you if you choose to pursue them or not. But because you are married and you made some vows, you have to stick to your marriage and remain committed. Another point is you'll find most couples, when they fight, they'll just they'll toy with the word that they will divorce. This is because sometimes you get so mad. Maybe your husband has wronged you so bad, it's painful. You find yourself telling him that I must leave this marriage. But sometimes it's very difficult to leave. Sometimes, but the better advice I can give is just sit him down. Tell him you did this, and it's breaking my heart. And what can we do so that we can make this our marriage work? Because marriage is really hard. It's not always good days, all days, but marriage is really hard, and you have to work, and it takes two to tango. You can't work it on your own. You have to sit him down. What is the worst he can do? He cannot beat you. He will have to sit down and listen. Talk to him. Tell him how you are feeling, how he is hurting you. For the men, just talk to your wife. Sit her down. Maybe take her out. Maybe the house is full of people. Maybe you have a house girl and the kids. Just tell her you want to go out. Go talk to her. Make some nights to remember the gone days, because marriage reaches a time, maybe you just feel that there are kids, you have to you forget about yourself. But just as a woman, make your hair, make your nails, feel beautiful. Do something that will make you feel beautiful again, because I can't cheat you. You'll never get your body back, maybe your body you had. So try to manage with what you have. Work with what you have to make your marriage life beautiful and happy. Another point is sex slug. You'll find out that in early days of marriage, the sex is so passionate, it's so enjoyable. You can do it anywhere in the house. You're just the two of you. But when the kids come, things change. You have a house help in the house. You can't do that. Even you can't scream aloud, because the kids will wake up, or the house help will hear you. So you just have to do this below sea level. No, you can't moan aloud. So these things change, but you have to get some ways to spice up your marriage, because you can get some days you go like weeks, like 1 week, 2 weeks without having sex. Maybe for the early days of maybe childbirth, your doctor tells you that you have to go 6 weeks before sex. So you can't have sex, and the husband, this is the time we need you to understand that there's no sex. We can cuddle, we can kiss, but there's no real penetration. So you have to understand us. It's not our wish. But even after the kids come, you'll find that not every day you'll have maybe you'll have sex as you wish, but you can just talk about it. Find out what things you can do to spice up your marriage. There are many things online. You can learn about this, talk to your husband, and your marriage will be good. Another point about marriage life is communication. Communication, if you are not good about communication, here you will have to. Communication is key to keep the marriage. If you're hurt, communicate to us. And with communication, I don't mean shouting at him. I don't mean quarreling so that everyone in the house knows you are quarreling. No, you just call him. Maybe go out. Even for you, a woman, you invite your husband out. You just say, babe, today I want us to pass by somewhere. Because the house you can't talk, the kids are coming. The house will start wondering, what are they doing? Are they? So it's better you invite your man out. You talk to him. You tell him what you're feeling. If you want to plan something, talk to him. The husband, talk to your wives, and everything will be okay. Thank you so much for listening today. Bye. See you in another.